He was supposed to be Brazil's next Ronaldo, a golden boy who had it all until everything fell apart before he even hit his prime. This is the tragic story of Alexandre Pato, football's forgotten prodigy. From breaking records as a teenager to fading into obscurity before 30. Pato's story is not just about injuries or bad luck. It's a story about pressure, timing, and the unbearable weight of being called the next big thing. Welcome back to the channel. Let's dive in. In 2006, Brazil's international had a 17-year-old kid who played like he had cheat codes. Alexandre Pato didn't just score, he glided. He'd nutmeg defenders twice his age, sprint past them like wind, and finish with elegance that made scouts whisper one word: phenomenon. In his debut at the FIFA Club World Cup, he scored and broke Pele's record as the youngest ever to score in an official FIFA competition. The world took notice. By 2007, AC Milan, a club full of legends like Kaká, Maldini, Pirlo, paid 22 million euros for a teenager. Pato couldn't even play until he turned 18 due to FIFA rules, so fans waited months just to see him debut. And when he finally stepped onto the San Siro pitch, he delivered. A goal, a roar, and the birth of a new superstar. For a while, Pato was unstoppable. The hype surrounding Alexandre Pato was immense. Everyone felt that a new Brazilian goal-scoring machine was emerging and that he would amaze the world of football. Between 2008 and 2011, Pato was electric. He had 25 goals in 54 games, outpacing players like Ibrahimovic and Rooney at the same age. Kaká called him the future of Brazil. Ronaldinho said he was better than he was at 18. He made the national team, scored on his debut, and looked destined to lead Brazil into the next generation. But while the world saw perfection, behind the scenes, cracks were starting to form. Injuries. Over and over again. From 2011 to 2013, Pato missed more games than he played. Hamstring, thigh, calf, the kind of recurring injuries that don't just hurt your body, they haunt your mind. Doctors couldn't find the consistent cause. Some said his muscle structure was unbalanced from rapid growth. Others blamed Milan's intense training regime. But no matter the reason, every comeback ended the same way. Another sprint, another pull, another sideline season. And as his body broke down, so did the faith around him. Milan fans grew impatient. The media turned harsh. The same headlines that once called him the next Brazilian superstar now said Pato finished at 23. In 2013, Pato went home. Corinthians paid 15 million euros, still believing the prodigy could be reborn. But it wasn't the same Pato. The magic was gone. The confidence was shattered. His infamous missed penalty in the Copa do Brasil became a symbol of everything that had gone wrong. Booed by his own fans, mocked online, and labeled a flop. At just 24, the golden boy had become the face of wasted potential. He was never called up to the Brazilian national team again after the age of 24. After Corinthians, Pato bounced from team to team. São Paulo, Chelsea, Villarreal, China, back to Brazil with São Paulo, then Orlando City, and then once again a third period at São Paulo. Each time the same story, flashes of brilliance followed by silence. This should not have been the route destined for him. He once said, "People only see my injuries, but they don't see the pain behind them." At the age of 34, Alexandre Pato decided he had been through enough. Pato announced his retirement from professional football. And maybe that's what hurts most. The world saw Pato as a failure, but to him, it was survival. Trying to stay relevant in a sport that forgets you the second you stop scoring. He lost the battle against his physical well-being, and this has direct impact on his self-confidence and therefore his performance on the pitch. So what really happened to Alexandre Pato? The easy answer is injuries. But that's not the full story. He rose too fast, too much fame, too much pressure, too young. When you're 17 and the world calls you the next Ronaldo, every bad game feels like the end of your story. Pato didn't just lose his fitness, he lost belief the moment he started playing not to get injured instead of playing to win. His career was over. But maybe we've been too harsh. Not every story needs to end in trophies to mean something, because for a generation of fans, Pato represented hope. The joy of seeing raw talent before the world crushed it. Fortunately, Pato's story isn't a sad failed football wonderkid one. He's doing incredibly well in his personal life. He recently completed a course at Harvard Business School, graduating from the Business of Entertainment, Media and Sports program. He's made smart investments and built up a substantial fortune as a result. He owns property in Brazil and multiple businesses: a burger chain in Brasilia, a vodka brand, a fashion line, and perfume. He was supposed to be the next Ronaldo. Maybe he was just supposed to be Pato. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear Alexandre Pato? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this story, like the video, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.